Hi fashion lovers, welcome to my channel. So today it is this summer top we are cutting, okay? So if this is what you're interested in, please do give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. All right, let's go. Now looking at this dress, one thing you should have in mind first, this is an overlap top, one, and is a strapless, two. You can see it is a top, and the front and back are not the same. The front is overlap, the back is not an overlap. Okay, so these are the things you should have in mind before proceeding with your measurement. Now, having gotten the basic things, these are the measurement I'll be working with. All right, shoulder 14 divided by 2 gives me 7, bust 36, waist 28, hip 38. Now watch my three measure waist, bust and hip. I added 6 inches. Looking at the dress, you can see the dress is a little bit free. It is not a fitted top, therefore I will need to make provision for the ease because it's not a fitted top. So I added +6. Yours can be up to 8 if you desire, up to 10. It's your choice what kind of ease you add, but for me I'm going with 6 inches. So I added the 6, then whatever it gives me before dividing by 4. If you're a beginner, we divide by 4 because we fold every style into 4 places. We fold them into 4. That is why we divide into 4. Then whatever it gives you, like my boss, after division I got 10.5, waist 18 and quarter, 8 and quarter rather. My hip is 11 and 11. I added 2 inches to all the measurement. Why? Because I need allowance, sewing allowance. All right, your sewing allowance can be 1. If you decide to work with 1, it's your choice. Okay, so having gotten here, let's move to the table. Now this is my pattern. Like I usually say, if it is not giving you what it should give on the pattern paper, it cannot give it to you on the paper. Always work with your pattern paper. Okay, so the first thing is my highest calculation, which is 13. I folded this pattern paper. This pattern paper is 14.5. Okay, and the length is already the length of the blouse. So first thing you do is to mark your shoulder. All right, that is my shoulder. I just marked. Okay, remember my shoulder is 7, so I just marked 7. Once I'm done with marking my shoulder, next thing is to place my tape properly, then mark out the 3 basic lines, which are bust, waist, hip. Now for this measurement, so I'm using 7.5 for my bust. What is 7.5? That is my armhole depth. Okay, my half length I just marked 16.5, and this is my blouse length. All right, so I'll just get a rule and connect it properly before proceeding. All right, now your armhole depth is matter of choice and size. You can go for 8, you can go up to 9. It is matter of choice, but when extending your armhole depth, you need to consider who you're making it for, the size of the person you're making it for. All right, now I went for 7.5 because, one, the person I'm making it for is slim. All right, so I went for 7.5. You can see the bust of the person is 36. Okay, that is a slim person. All right, so 7.5 will go. And secondly, it is a strapless. So this is my bust. Okay, this is my half length, which is my waist. Now this is my blouse length, that is the length of this top, my top length, which is equally my hip. Okay, now these are the 3 basic lines. All right, right at the bust, you equally mark that same shoulder you marked earlier. Okay, get rule and connect it straight. Yes, you'll be wondering, what am I doing? I am trying to get the basics of my blouse, okay, before I will start taking off the necessary part to be taken. Now in this video, I'm trying as much as possible for a novice, okay, a beginner, to understand what I'm doing. This pet method, a beginner can easily sew this top with this method. So that is why I'm starting from the scratch. All right. So next thing is to start marking my bust measurement with allowance. That is what I marked. Remember, bust 10.5 plus allowance. Then my waist is 8.5. I marked it 2 inches. My sewing allowance, I marked it equally. Then my hip is 11, 13. That is what I marked. The hip is 13 with allowance. Okay, so having marked this, the next thing to do is get your rule and connect it. Okay, when you get your rule, you slant from the B to the waist, from the waist to the hip. So guys, once you connect it, the next thing is to curve your armhole. Now this part is 2K, so I just smoothen it out. It's not compulsory anyway, it's matter of choice. All right, so now what next? Our curving of armhole. All right, you can use your French curve, whichever pattern you curve your armhole, curve the armhole. All right, now this is it. Once you have curved your armhole, we are good to go. Now, looking at this dress, you can see it didn't actually started from the shoulder. You can see it has a rope, all right, by the neck, and it came down a little bit. So because of that, we will be taking out either 3, 2, 3.5, or 4. These 3 lines, the first one, this one I'm marking now is 3.5. Okay, I went for 3.5. The one above it is 3. The one below it is 4. So whichever one you want is your choice. And if you think 3 or 4 is okay, let me know on the comment section. All right. So this part will be cut off. It will be cut off. Remember, this dress does not start from the shoulder. Now, another thing is the down part of it, I don't want it too sharp, so I'll just use my rule, all right, and my French curve rather, and give it a curve at the down so it will not be too sharp. Let's get back to the upper part of it. All right, look at the top very well. It did not start right at the shoulder, it came down. Okay, so you need to put that into consideration. So you can see that is why I took this 3.5 inches that I marked. That is why I marked it, because it will be taken off. All right, so next thing is just for me to use my scissors and cut. So guys, we have cut this part. All right, we've taken out all the unnecessary parts. Now, having gotten to this extent, before we proceed with the front, I would like to get my back. Now this is the back of this top. You can see it's a strapless. All right, the back is completely strapless. There's nothing on the back. You can see that. All right, now looking at the back, what I just need to do is fold it this way. Okay, just at the armhole length. All right, this way, fold it backwards, then take this sample, fold my pattern, all right, place it and trace it out. So I just need to place it this way, all right, and trace it out. That gives me my back pattern for this top. That gives me my back pattern. Now we must get it right first on the pattern paper before proceeding to the fabric, all right. Now place it exactly. The main thing is the armhole wideness, that is the bust length or the bust wideness must be the same, okay, and the length. So place it accurately, all right. Don't give too much allowance. Now on the back of this dress there is a, they added little elastic, so you can equally with this measurement, remember you added 6 inches, you can equally use the same measurement to add your elastic on it, all right. So this is it. Now the length, everything, getting the back is easy, all right. Now having achieved the back pattern, I'll just separate them, all right. So we just need to separate both of them. This is our back, okay. You can see how it looks. Our back does not have anything on the shoulder at all. This is a complete strapless at the back, okay. So the back pattern, so we just keep that aside. Get the front, all right. The front is what we need to work on. Open it up, all right. So I think the other way will be better. Let's turn it this way, better. Okay, this is the front. Let's adjust the camera a little bit to capture all the measurements needed. Yes, it's getting the pattern the way it should be. Good. So this is the pattern, okay. You can see it clearly. Now first thing first, because the other part of the pattern is plain, let's just follow the line straight, so you know what, give it the same line, give it the same label, all right. Now you can see clearly the other side, what is the lines and what it means. Now the next thing is for you to choose which of this side to use. Any part you choose is okay, but I'm going with this part where I placed my rule, okay. You can see how I placed it. If it is the other side you want, your shoulder, you can see I connected it right at the tip of the shoulder, right at the tip of the shoulder. So once you place it this way, take your rule and take your pen, your marker, and draw the lines. Now hope you can see what I'm doing. From the tip of the shoulder to the next tip here, okay, you can see that. Now it's matter of choice if you don't want it at the tip. If you don't, you can come maybe 2 or 2.5 and connect it. You can see how I placed it. The tip remains permanent, but the down can be changed. That is what I'm trying to explain. The tip remains permanent, the down can be changed. So this side will be cut off. It's not needed. Yeah, this part is not needed, so we'll be cutting it off. Then you cut, you see that. Once you cut, once you have gotten to this extent, this is the pattern we need for our front. This is the major thing we need when it comes to the cutting. This pattern is the main thing, all right? Now, having gotten that pattern, the next thing is to open up your pattern paper. Now, this pattern paper you're seeing, I went down so you'll be able to understand what I'm trying to do. This pattern paper on the floor is doubled. I had to use tape to tape it together, all right? Now, you place the first one. You can see how I'm placing it. Place the pattern we got earlier, not the part that was cut off, the part that is useful, which is this one. Place it very well. Try as much as possible to come close to the fabric or the pattern at the tip. Then use your marker, mark it. Can see what I'm doing? You can easily place it this way. Use scissors and cut what I'm doing. Okay. Place it this way. Once you place it, another option to this is this particular pattern I took off now. Double it. Place it and trace it. Cut it 2 times. Then you place it this way that I'm placing it. Okay. Sorry, not this way. It has to be turned the other way around. The armhole should be opposite. They should be opposite each other, not the same line. You can have armhole this side that my leg is, and equally so. This is the way you should place it. All right, place it opposite. You can see. Now, once you place it this way, there's something I need to emphasize. When cutting this, do not cut the under. You see the blouse part of this particular one I'm marking out right now is the same, like it melts the other part blouse, meaning the blouse length part of it, the down part of this top should not be cut for any reason. Do not cut it through, though when cutting you get to see it. Now you can see it. This is how it should be. Okay, so let me just place it back and use scissors and cut. So you see how it is done. It is very important you don't make mistake when cutting this part. When it gets to this stage, you need to be careful. There are places you don't need to cut. If you cut it, you will not get it. Now guys, if you're still watching, please do subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up, all right? So for this cutting, let me start with the armhole part of it. Remember that armhole part, I told you it is sharp. It is pointed. Let me use that word. All right, so this is it. Now you can see how I stopped where I stopped. So this is the other part of it too. You cut. Okay. I still equally need to cut the armhole. Hope you're seeing it. Good. So this is it. Hope you saw that the blouse length, I did not cut through both the blouse lengths. All right. This is it. Now let's fold it and see if it's giving us what we need, if it's giving up, anything close to the top. Let's know if we are on the right path, on the right track. So I need to bring this camera closer. Okay. Bring it closer. Take out the first pattern. Once you take out the first pattern, like I said, you either cut this pattern I took out now, two of it. When you get this, trace it and have it too, then place it on opposite sides like this. Now you can see this is how this top is. Is it giving what is on the picture? I would like to know if you think it's giving what is on the picture. Make sure to drop a nice comment on the comment section. If it is not giving what is on the picture, let me know. I would like to know your opinion. All right, this is it. Did we achieve it? You can see the tip part of it. You can see, did we achieve what is on the picture? If we did not, let me know. I would really like to know your opinion on the comment section. All right. Now, this is the down part. You can see this is why I said you should not cut through the blouse length. All right. There's no sewing to be done here. Okay. Remember. Now, let's go with the back. Open the back and place on it. Let's see how it looks. You can see it. Let me know on the comment section, guys. Is it giving what we need, what is on the design or not? So, you can see it. This is our back. Let's turn it this way. Remember, the back is strapless. So this is it. If you have any question, guys, drop it on the comment section. I'm looking forward to that. Now, how can you finish this dress? You can use bias for the finishing. You can use full lining for the finishing. You can use facing. But for me, I would say facing is okay since you're using a crepe, a fabric that is a little bit better. So here is where you put the rope. Here too, you attach the rope that goes around the neck. Okay, and here will be facing all through here. Will be facing. All right, here too will be facing. All right, so the armhole too can be done with facing or bias, whichever one you decide to do, it is okay. Now this is how you cut this summer top, this strapless beautiful top. Okay.